Wait. You are telling me that this is supposed to compare to this? Come on, guys. Let's talk about it. Well, this video is not to talk about the RS660, but I wanted to give my little insights since everybody else and their mom are giving their insights. So I'm here at my local racetrack, or at least one of them. I got a rever ride set up, so we'll take a ride and talk about the Yamaha R7. Alright, rever app is always interesting because if you don't follow it to a T on some parts, it'll wonder what you're doing. So for some reason the start line is right over here and it wants you to go around and basically get circle. So let's do it. Alright guys, the Yamaha R7. It's so weird because when a lot of people talk about the YZF R6, the YZF R1, they don't mention the name YZF R7 when it comes to this new R7. Which means I'm pretty sure there's a lot of weird feelings when talking about if this is really what everyone wanted. So apparently the R7 takes its engine, instead of being an inline 4 700cc like the Suzuki 750, it's taking its engine from the MT-07 crossplane engine that Yamaha has had and putting it into a sport bike frame and covering up with sport bike fairings. It's a lot colder than I expected it was going to be today. Now I do like the fact that Yamaha is coming up with something, you know, other than the R3 and other than a straight from R3 to an R6 Super Sport that does satisfy the need for sport bike riders. Because you see it sometimes where someone will go from an R3 to an MT-09 or an MT-07 because they're just not ready for that R6 type of power, or that they don't want to be uncomfortable in an R6 or an R1, that they decide it's best for them to go from an R3 to a MT-07 or a MT-09 depending on their skill level. It's not like Kawasaki where you have the Ninja 400 and then if you want to go up to a Ninja 650 or a ZX6R, you have that choice. And even from there, if you want that comfortability factor, you can go from a Ninja 650 to a Ninja 1000 instead of a ZX10R. So Kawasaki basically covers both of those parts where you can go the sport bike way, full fairings, bikes that are not, one, gonna break the bank, and two, that are not extremely uncomfortable. Making a left here. Or two that are not extremely uncomfortable and not so track oriented that you don't feel like you're getting much use of it on the street. I think they did it the right way where they do have two different classes of bikes that you can kind of graduate from, you know, and as you progress in skill or as you want something more challenging or something that has more power, you can go from a Ninja 400, Ninja 250 to a Ninja 300, even to a Ninja 400. and then to a Ninja 650 or to a ZX6R. And then if you want to graduate from the 600s, you can go to a ZX10R or a Ninja 1000, which all of these are completely different bikes. Like the Ninja 1000 is completely different than the ZX10R, both in power band and in type of riding, in comfortability. So the R7 kind of allows Yamaha to go from for a Yamaha rider, I guess, or a fan, to go from an R3 to an R7. But then because they don't have the R6 anymore, what happens? Do they jump to a ZX, to a not a ZX, do they jump to an R1? That is a very, very big difference. And the thing is, Kawasaki just has more bikes, Yamaha doesn't. They have more classes, Yamaha doesn't. But I do know what Yamaha is trying to do, trying to make things cheaper for the average street rider. They weren't selling enough R6s, I guess, that they had to shift ideas and figure out what would sell, plain and simple. And the R6 apparently wasn't selling. Man, this bike is so quiet. Now, what I do love about the R7, the idea of the R7, obviously since I haven't ridden it, is that it's super street oriented, and you can obviously see that they want people to take it to the track. So it has certain characteristics that make it track ready. From the videos that I've seen on it, man, the bike actually looks good. Other than that little mid projector beam that they're kind of taking from the MT-07 or the new MT-07, you know, I kind of like it. It reminds me a lot of my R3 though, with smaller headlights. Or my R3 that I had a while back, and it has the little fish gills on the tank and everything like that. Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, man, like everything besides the front of the bike reminds me of an R3. I did notice, like on some videos I watched Chase on Two Wheels and some other people you know, reviewing the bike, and I did notice that they talked about how thin the bike was. Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna like that, like me personally. I felt like I jumped on my friend's Ninja 250 a while back, and that's a thin bike, man. And if the R3 or the R7 is thinner than that, I don't know. I'm seeing all these videos, cockpit videos of the R7, and man, like even on video it looks thin. Let's talk about price and features. So the bike is about $8,999, so basically $9K. You can, it comes pretty much basic LED lights, which, you know, everyone wants to say it's not basic, but every bike should have LED bikes by now. I'm not sure if it has a TFT or LCD display or LED display. I think it has an LED display. I don't think it has a TFT. I think it's almost like the R3 where it has a LED display or LCD display, something like that. And it has a slipper clutch, which Ninja 650s have slipper clutches. My Z900 has a slipper clutch. So I think that also should be basic on new motorcycles that are coming out. And then I guess you have a choice of ABS and non-ABS, just like every other bike. I think so. But you do have an option for $200 to get a quick shifter up only, which isn't a bad deal. $200, have it installed, you don't have to worry about it. and you can use it for the track or the street. And quick shifters are real awesome. Like, this is the first bike that I've had with a quick shifter, and I can already tell it's going to be awesome on the track, and it's good on the street too, when you're really pushing your bike. So that's pretty much what the bike comes with. If you bought it straight out of the dealership, it may or may not have a quick shifter. So even with a quick shifter, you're looking at 90, 200, something around there. Out the door, maybe add $1,500 more, and out the door would be about almost 11K, I guess, or 10.5 or something like that. It's a parallel twin pushing 73, 75 horsepower. Is it really worth over 10K? Now, in my mind, right, I gotta compare it to the bike that I have now. My bike is about 11.3, 11.2, Aprilia R660. It has a quick shifter already installed. It comes standard with the bike. TFT display, quick shifter up and down, ABS that you can turn on and turn off, Brembo brakes. It's got cornering ABS if you want it. It's got 3 different riding modes. You can lessen or give more engine braking if you want. It has wheelie control or traction control that you can turn on and turn off. It has cruise control. So for just a little over 2K more, you got all of that with this bike. So do I think it's worth it? Oh no, I'd rather get the RS660. And if you compare it to the actual R6, I'm pretty sure you will notice that the R6 just surpasses the quality and the features on it that you won't get on the R7. And honestly, if I was only gonna buy the R7 for track, maybe it'll make sense. Well, anyways guys, it's pretty cold out here for some reason. Squirrel. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here, guys. If you like the channel, make sure you follow and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Moto-Ret, Moto_RET. And I'll see you guys on the next one, y'all. Peace.